Imagine walking through the neon-lit streets of Tokyo, where the pulse of the city beats not just with technology, but with a profound understanding of human needs. I am Elias, a traveler who has witnessed the rise and fall of urban landscapes across the globe. Yet nothing compares to the silent revolution happening right here in Japan. This island nation does not simply construct infrastructure, it engineers empathy. It crafts solutions so masterfully woven into the fabric of daily life that they eradicate problems most countries have blindly accepted as unavoidable burdens. Today, we are going to explore 14 extraordinary Japanese innovations that redefine what it means to live in a modern society. These are not mere novelties. They are urgent blueprints that the rest of the world desperately needs to adopt. Listen closely as we begin with something as mundane as waste disposal. In almost every corner of the world, trash collection is a jarring, noisy, and often missed event. But here, a garbage truck does not roar, it sings. As it glides through residential neighborhoods, it plays gentle, nostalgic melodies, perhaps a classical piece or a beloved childhood lullaby. This is not just for charm. It is a brilliant psychological trigger. When you hear that approaching music, your mind instantly registers the schedule without a glance at a clock. You gather your bags, stepping out into the morning air, joining a synchronized neighborhood rhythm. It transforms an invisible, often frustrating municipal chore into a shared community soundtrack, completely eliminating the anxiety of a missed collection. As we move from the streets to the doorstep, another invisible crisis is solved. The modern dilemma of delivering perishable goods. For the working class worldwide, receiving fresh groceries while tied to a desk is a logistical nightmare. Japan answered this with a stroke of genius by introducing temperature-controlled, refrigerated package lockers. Placed strategically at bustling train stations and quiet convenience stores, these silent sentinels safeguard your food. Whether it is a freezing winter night or a sweltering summer afternoon, your milk and vegetables wait patiently in perfect conditions. It is a profound acknowledgement that our modern lives no longer revolve around waiting at home. As our journey with Elias continues deeper into the heart of the Japanese metropolis, we confront the universal struggle of maintaining human health in a fast-paced world. Across the globe, convenience is synonymous with compromise, usually resulting in vending machines stuffed with sodium and processed sugar. Yet Japan looks at convenience through a lens of profound care for its citizens. Tucked away in train stations and quiet residential corners are refrigerated vending machines offering not candy, but crisp apples, perfectly ripe bananas, and freshly cut fruit salads. These machines operate around the clock, providing an immediate, healthy lifeline to the exhausted night shift worker or the early morning commuter. By placing fresh produce on the exact same level of accessibility as junk food, Japan silently engineers a healthier society. The choice to eat well no longer requires a detour to a grocery store. It is waiting for you right on your path. But physical nourishment is only half the story. Mental sanctuary is equally vital. The relentless pressure of urban existence demands a place to retreat. Enter the 24-hour manga cafes, a concept that completely redefines public sanctuary. These are not merely places to read comic books. They are affordable, multi-purpose havens featuring private curtained booths, unlimited beverages, and a profound library of escapism. Whether you are a stranded traveler missing the last train, a student seeking silence away from a crowded home, or a weary corporate worker needing just a few hours of absolute solitude, these spaces adapt to your desperation. They offer a temporary, respectful refuge that costs a fraction of a hotel, proving that privacy should not be a luxury reserved only for the wealthy. This deep respect for personal space extends to the most crowded environments imaginable. The morning rush hour. The crushing weight of packed commuter trains breeds a dark vulnerability, where proximity can lead to harassment. In a bold, necessary move, Japan introduced dedicated women-only train cars during peak transit hours. Marked with bright pink signage, these exclusive spaces offer a shield against the anxiety of overcrowded physical contact. While it is a pragmatic temporary fix for a much deeper societal flaw, it provides immediate, undeniable peace of mind. Continuing our exploration, I find myself standing at the entrance of a gleaming Tokyo department store on a rain-swept afternoon. In most cities, this weather means treacherous, slippery floors and a chaotic mess of dripping water. Here, however, a quiet guardian stands at the door, the automated umbrella wrapping machine. With a simple thrust of a wet umbrella, a motorized roller encases it tightly in a waterproof sleeve within mere seconds. It is a masterclass in frictionless infrastructure. The floors remain pristine, accidents are prevented, and the collective stress of a stormy day is instantly mitigated. This meticulous attention to environmental harmony extends far beyond commercial spaces and deep into the intimate sanctuaries of Japanese homes. Let us talk about space, perhaps the most precious commodity in this island nation. Rather than allowing a massive bed to dominate and dictate the purpose of a room, Japanese households embrace the futon. These aren't the flimsy mats of college dormitories, but carefully crafted supportive bedding that is rolled away into closets each morning. The transformation is nothing short of magical. A bedroom dissolves, giving birth to a home office, a vibrant playroom, or a tranquil living area. It teaches a profound philosophy of spatial efficiency and minimalism, proving that true luxury is not about square footage, but the limitless adaptability of the space you inhabit. Yet the most profound lessons in this society are not taught in the architecture of homes, but within the walls of its classrooms. Consider the ritual of the midday meal. Around the world, school cafeterias are often chaotic battlegrounds of processed food. In Japan, lunch is a sacred, structured curriculum. I have watched students don aprons, carefully serving their classmates chef-prepared, nutritionally balanced meals made from local seasonal ingredients. They eat together in their classrooms alongside their teachers, transforming a simple biological need into a daily exercise in empathy, gratitude, and communal responsibility. They learn the origins of their food and the tireless work of local farmers. It is a beautiful, systemic approach that builds character with every bite, ensuring that the next generation grows up not just well-fed, but deeply connected to their community and their earth. Stepping back out onto the bustling streets, the symphony of the city reveals another layer of profound inclusivity. At complex intersections, amid the roar of engines and the rush of millions, you will hear the distinct, comforting chirp of a cuckoo bird or a gentle, rhythmic melody. These are not random noises. They are talking pedestrian signals specifically designed for the visually impaired. In many countries, navigating a crosswalk without sight is a terrifying gamble that requires dependent assistance. But here, accessibility was established decades ago as a non-negotiable human right rather than an afterthought. The ambient sounds guide individuals safely across the asphalt, adjusting their volume to remain audible during rush hour and respectful during the quiet of night. It hands back the dignity of independent navigation to those who need it most. This seamless integration of systems into daily life is also visible in the culinary world, where trust and transparency are served on a conveyor belt. At revolving sushi restaurants, the anxiety of a hidden bill is completely eradicated by a brilliantly simple, color-coded plate system. As you select your meal, a green plate might signify 100 yen, while gold represents 500. The moment you finish, a staff member or an automated scanner tallies your customized stack in seconds. There is absolutely zero friction, no menu confusion, and an unspoken trust between the establishment and the patron. You are in complete control of your experience. This culture of order and accountability stretches into the realm of personal property as well. Consider the humble bicycle, often viewed globally as a disposable asset highly susceptible to petty theft. Japan revolutionized this by treating bicycles with the same rigorous respect as automobiles. Every single bicycle is registered in a national database with a unique identification number. This nearly invisible bureaucratic shield dramatically deters theft, turning a stolen bike from a quick profit into a significant risk. If a bicycle goes missing, recovery rates are astoundingly high, as police can instantly verify ownership. It is a powerful reminder that when a society values the small things, the overarching sense of security flourishes, creating an environment where people live without the constant shadow of anxiety. As my journey with you moves away from the bustling avenues and into the quieter, more contemplative corners of Japan, we encounter an innovation that touches the very fragility of the human mind. Imagine walking through a neighborhood that has historically wrestled with the shadows of crime, or standing on a train platform burdened by the silent despair of its commuters. Here, the city planners introduced something breathtakingly simple, yet profoundly impactful: blue LED streetlight. These are not glaring, harsh beams, but a subtle oceanic tint that washes over the pavement. The psychological effects are nothing short of miraculous. This gentle luminescence alters the ambient atmosphere, subtly disarming aggression and impulsive behavior. More poignantly, in places where these lights cast their calming glow, communities have witnessed a measurable drop in tragic incidents, including suicide rates at transit stations. It is a profound realization that infrastructure can do more than merely guide our physical steps. It can reach out, in the quietest of ways, to soothe a troubled soul in its darkest hour. This empathy extends from the urban psyche all the way to the agrarian heartland. Leaving the city behind, I traveled into the serene rural landscapes where the heartbeat of the nation is measured in seasons and harvests. Here, the deep respect for food takes on a beautifully direct form through rice vending machines. These are far removed from the sterile aisles of modern supermarkets. Instead, they stand as mechanical bridges directly connecting the tireless farmer to the local family. These automated guardians mill fresh grains on demand, dispensing precisely the amount a household needs. It eliminates the wasteful intermediaries and ensures that the staple food of Japan remains fresh, honoring the labor woven into every single grain. It allows rural communities to thrive, supporting local agriculture while granting residents 24-hour access to the lifeblood of their culture. It is a testament to a society that refuses to let convenience erode the sanctity and quality of its most fundamental nourishment, proving that even in automation, there can be a profound respect for nature and human labor. Finally, our exploration brings us into the most intimate of spaces, revealing an innovation so elegantly simple that it exposes the wasteful habits of the rest of the world. In the quiet solitude of a Japanese restroom, the very act of washing your hands becomes a seamless contribution to global conservation. Built directly into the top of the toilet tank is a small, functional sink. When you flush, crisp, clean water flows first through this faucet, allowing you to cleanse your hands. Then, instead of disappearing down a drain to be lost forever, that exact same gray water cascades down to fill the tank, patiently waiting to become the next flush. This is passive, invisible water conservation at its absolute finest. It requires zero conscious behavioral adjustments from the user. You wash your hands naturally, as you always would, and conservation simply happens as an automatic byproduct of daily hygiene. It is an incredibly profound, closed-loop system that respects every single drop of a precious natural resource without ever demanding a sacrifice in human comfort. As I reflect on these 14 extraordinary pillars of Japanese ingenuity, I am struck by a powerful realization. This nation is not merely building smarter machines or more efficient systems. It is actively engineering a society rooted in deep, unspoken empathy. From the melodic garbage trucks that ease our morning anxieties to the blue lights that attempt to heal fractured minds, every innovation is a love letter to the human experience. Japan serves as a vital blueprint, proving that a country's greatness is not measured by the height of its skyscrapers, but by the thoughtful, compassionate ways it lifts up its citizens in their most ordinary moments. The world does not just need these inventions, we need the mindset that created them. If this journey has moved you, if you see the urgent necessity for these brilliant, human-centric solutions in your own country, please join our community. Like this video, subscribe for more profound explorations, and let us continue to uncover the genius that hides in plain sight. Together we can learn how to build a world that truly cares for us all.